Hi stitching friends, this is Heidi, Stitching Faye, back with another Flosstube episode. Today's date is April 25, 2024. And this is episode Flosstube number 52 or 53, one or the other. I think it's 53, I'll put it down. So today I have a lot to show. I was gonna delay it another week, but I have a basket here, maybe I can show it. When it fills up, I just know I have enough to talk about to start a video. Otherwise, I don't know what to talk about, and I'm very self-conscious talking about myself. So I figured that, okay, I have enough to show people what I worked on, what I want to work on, and some purchases. Now, next month, my husband already discovered the webpage of Winterberry, the things from Hobby House, the cases. So I think I'm gonna have a couple of those. I'll show those to you guys. It's my birthday month, but this month is well, I had the Nashville stash, but I think I wind down with the purchases. I'm trying to control myself, but I guess I can't. Anyways, I'm gonna, the way we're gonna start, I have fully finishes, FFOs, a lot of them. I have one FO, two starts, a bunch of whips, some stash, and what else? I did make a list. I think it's a couple of them. I don't want to people keep for 30 minutes and read names. So I made a list of people. Since my last video, I was able to watch, not everybody, but I made a list. So if you guys hang out, you'll see what I watched, and you want to go watch those people too. And another awesome thing, last video, just because it's not edited video, I showed a pattern about the lady in red. I think the pattern name was, and I said it was so cool. People chimed in, and about the music, nobody said my voice was bad. So we talked about the lady in red, and a lot of people told me the name of the song, and the singer is Chris DeBurgh, DeBurgh. And it was 1986 song, but I discovered early 1990s. That's my high school age and stuff, like middle school, high school age is 1990s. So that's when I discovered, I think that song was my sister's and now husband's first dance song. That's why it kind of stuck in my head. So that's awesome. A lot of people love that song and brought a lot of cool memories. Another thing, this one, I was so excited to show all the finishes that I forgot to talk about a couple of things. The fabric, a wonderful viewer who was also happened to be a quilter, she had a whole yard of it, and she told me this is a Blackbird design fabric. I think I might have said Teresa Cougar. So if you look up under Teresa Cougar, you won't find it because it is a Blackbird design fabric and it's beautiful. I tried to look up, but I didn't see it. I got from Kitten Stitcher, the fabric. I think she had the blue one too, but anyways. And another thing, this is a Primrose Cottage design. Over here, I forgot to mention, I did a little bit change. You see the butterfly here? I took a picture of the butterfly with my phone, then I flipped it and I stitched it over here, and I added these hearts because it said 2024. I did not want the 2024, so I just added a couple of the butterfly and the hearts from the pattern. So Blackbird design and a little bit change. Actually, I have a couple others. Oh, I did not bring it. So I want to choose one more, like each video or every month I want to do one or two. And at the years, I decided I don't want to write it down. So the years, I'm going to just find the pattern from the design and place of the year. All the time I'm going to change it to a pattern because that's how I see it, because I don't know. For example, Blackbird design, I do stitch the years. It doesn't bother me, but for some reason, because it's a small pillow, my head says like, no, you don't need it. So anyways, that's what I did. Now, let's start with the FFO. It's a finish. I stitched it. It was a whip. And I finally finished it. I gotta tell you, I did not like the stitching part. I like the finish, but I did not enjoy the stitching. I'll tell you why. This is a middle kit. I had it 100 years and always been a little bit not sure because all the stop and starts and all the most of it, there's almost no cross stitch. The horse is the cross stitch, but 6 strands of floss. You do X on the perforated paper. And rest of it, yeah, it's a specialty stitches and beads. So, and the older, two things. Older patterns, I'll show it while I talk. Older patterns, they don't give you enough floss. And also, the perforated paper is thinner than I like the newer kids perforated paper. It's more sturdy. The older one is more floppy. And when you're doing like the horse over here, 6 strands X, if you make a mistake and if you want to frag it, the perforated paper is gone. So I had to be careful. I had already stitched the soldiers, trees. So everything else is new. Like over here, I had to stop and start a lot of it because it will show if I trailed a white floss, it will show this pair is all French knots. Did not like it. With the 6 strands. French knots with the 6 strands. That's what it called for. The horse's hair too. I love the picture. That's why I have it. The frame is a mill frame too. I just, the process, the end result, love it. I think last year, I did 4 or 5 mill, but they were like this kind of easy ones. So this kind of stopped me. So this time around, I decided finish it so I can start another ones, which I did not bring it again. I have a couple of them that I'm gonna, Noah's Ark is one is the Thanksgiving Pilgrims. So I feel like they are easier, so I need to ease it back to my mill hills. Christmas tree was easy. It's all specialty stitch with beads, like a big X's, 1 over 1 sideways, 3 up, X's, and like I don't know, it was good. I mean, I love the buttons and stuff. These two were the ones that questioned my ability of cross stitching. I don't know. It's good. It just, it doesn't matter how long you stitch. Sometimes you get rusted up. Sometimes, you get used to one strand because I'm stitching on 40 counts, 36. I'm used to now to stitching one strand. And for me, stitching 6 strands and doing a French knot was like, kind of like, you raise your eyebrow like, why, but I used to do that. So I got unused to. That was the whole story. And, I kept it long enough. This is how I tack it because mill hill, if you don't, the back doesn't have anything to hold it. And this is, when time comes, you can put it here to hang it, or you put it here and you lean it, towel, like that. But yeah. Okay, first one, we tacked it long enough. Let's see. Next one is a FFO, courtesy of Michaels. I know people I heard say a lot of had bad experiences with the big back store frame. Somehow it's been okay with me, but I'm not, when I drop it off, I'm not like, oh, this is one of a kind and I cannot. I always, in my head, I'm like, okay, even if they ruined it, I can always stitch another one. So that makes me okay to drop off. So far I had 1 or 2. I had one in the Hobby Lobby with the Mirabilia, the fairy, Valentine's fairy. There has been, but usually I take a chance, and I already know the Michael's guy. He's been experimenting on my cross stitch for 10 years. I do believe at the beginning he did not know needlework, but by the time he's doing all my cross stitching, I think he's experienced with the needlework. He even puts the, I don't even ask anymore, he puts the spacers. Do you guys see it, spacer? So between the mirror and the fabric, there is a spacer. So my fabric is not touching the mirror. I do put the glass because I live SoCal. It gets dusty and fires and stuff. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do because of it, and it's a museum glass. Okay, this is summer offering. I stitched it this year. I was able to snag the spring offering from the Etsy. Sometimes it comes across like you keep an eye on it. You don't have to pay a lot, but sometimes like if you keep an eye on it, once in a while a person just genuinely sells it fair price, and I do snag it if I see it. But I'm not actively looking, you know, like I would love to have most of the blackbirds. I don't have it, but special order, but if I see it, I'll get it. So this is Blackbird Design Summer Offering. Stitched on 36 count. I have told you guys before, I don't know. This is a no iron last minute decision video, so yeah. I like the beadings over here of the frame. And the color matches exactly with the hand-dyed color. Perfect. Second one was Blackbird Design again. Birds of the Feather, 40 count linen. And courtesy of Michael's again. John is the framer because they write down the name. They use Aaron Brothers frames. I'm okay with the Hobby Lobby too. Actually, sometimes I take it Hobby Lobby if they don't, I don't see anything Michaels I like because they have different collections. But it's stitched with the DMC, called for DMC. The bird is changed, it charted red. I changed to blue, and the idea I got it from another Flosstuber. She's having a baby, so she's not making videos. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's really popular Flosstuber. Everybody loves her. The moment I turn off the video, I'm gonna remember. Ah, God, she has a farm behind her videos. It's a very, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so, if she's watching, I love your videos, and I'm gonna find it and put it down below. So anyways, Blackbird Design, 40 count. I think it's the extra design fabric, coffee something. So DMC, wonderful, love it. And stay. And my last, my last FFO is this one. This time I framed it paint in a, you know, behind projects that I had a hard time. I had to restart, like the Mill Hill, and this one I had to restart twice because of the fabric and because of the count, but I finished it. I love the end product. This is the charted as the way the girl stitched it, and she made so many mistakes. So couple of it I added my own mistake, but it had its own mistake charted because it's a reproduction sampler, and I wanted to make it as the girl has stitched it. So, you know, over here, this part, that's how it's charted. It's the little girl's mistake. Like sometimes the border goes into that other border, like the tail of the bird and stuff. But the end result is absolutely gorgeous. And it's Northumberland sampler, if I did not say it, 40 count extra design fabric. Hazelnut, I think. And let's see. TMC called for floss. Reproduction sampler. It's a PDF only. There is no paper charts, so you work with the PDF. I like paper charts, but if I have to, I heard Kim was doing it too. I do use the iBook too because I'm not all the time PDF person. Maybe one day I will. Actually, I got another pattern that's PDF, but if I have to, I will use the iBook because for now, that's enough. But later on, if I transfer all PDF or, you know, I don't know, I might have to get the Apple version, not the pattern one that is with the Androids. Apple version, the thing that you get a subscription for $30 a year or something. So, but for now, I use the Apple or the paper. It's a PDF chart, Northumberland, and it's from Etsy, and it's gorgeous. And if I can show the rest of my video holding this, I would. But my hand got tired. So they all have glasses. Let's see. Just stay there, okay? Right. Okay, let me see. Let me show you guys my one FO that is not FFO. And it is from the Shepherd's Bush. I haven't ironed it, any of them. Baby Bug Ball. It's a kit. I got it long time ago. I don't know if you guys, if you've been a long time viewers, you might have heard me mention it. My Prairie Schooler, Shepherd's Bush, and Lizzie Kate were my first designers I stitched. So I had a lot of them, patterns and stuffs. I stitched a lot of them, give it away a lot of them. I'm restitching Prairie School, Prairie Schooler, a lot of them. So this is the Baby Bug Ball, Shepherd's Bush. And I went to the, I'll show it like this. I went to their website, Shepherd's Bush website. You cannot order online, but they have the kids, even the older ones. I have got the very old Santa, the whole 3 of them or 4. But what you have to do is call them, even if you want the charm pack, because look, it has buttons and stuff. And it's a silks. You call them and you order, you get the number, the shepherdsbush.com. You get the number and you call them in person and you let them know the name of the kid and the, I think there's a number, kit number or something, and they'll give it to you. So far, I've been able to get whatever pattern I felt I wanted it, even if it's been like 20 years afterwards. Like the Santas are 1990s Santas. I got it 2018 or 19, those Santas. Anyways, and they are silk. They are stitched 32 count. It's the kid fabric, and it's stitched 1/2 on 32 count with the cold for silks. It does have specialty stitches like over here and the flosses. The satin stitch at the bottom, satin stitch is silk, but it changes the color. Clay buttons from Just Another Button Company comes with the kit. And yeah, this year I'm usually not a spring stitcher, spring pattern stitcher. Like I more gravitate Americana, Christmas, and then Halloween and Thanksgiving. So those are the like Americana first, Christmas second, and you know. This is way dead last spring, but this year I've been stitching spring all the time and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, Baby Bug Ball from Shepherd's Bush. And this was an older start. So while I'm starting all the new ones, I'm trying to also work and finish my older ones because I don't want to just get the new ones. It's fun, you know. You see new one, you want to start new. It's at least that's how I am. So I've been picking up a lot of variety of older starts, not necessarily older pattern, but older starts, and I've been working on them. And Winter Blessings is one of them, Twin Peak Primitives. I said it before, she reminds me of grandma who raised me. And I've worked on her a lot. The sheep, she was already stitched a year before. Last year I did not work on her a lot. A year before I had finished everything. So this time around, a lot of sheep, brown sheep, it needs to be filled in, so I didn't. So the sheep over here, I decided to work with wool. It's called Medici wool. I have the entire set. I don't know if it's it's a DMC brand, but I have heard that they don't make it anymore, this one. Closing down shop 10 years ago, she sold the entire set, one of each color or some repeats, and I purchased that, and I was like looking for projects, so slowly I'm trying to use my wools. So this one, I just got it for the tag because my other one I already opened up the wool and you cannot see it. It's a 100% wool, yeah. So she's DMC. I'm gonna do him and this part wool, and second bunny I decided I'm gonna do wool, so it's gonna be a little bit different than this one, but I figured it, why not? And it's 32 count, so I can work with the wool, one strand of wool. What is the name? I know it says DMC, but I thought it's Medici wool. It says in French. Sorry. Lion Treasure, brochure, Medici, like at the top. They are pretty good and they don't fray, even though it's a wool, but it's very sturdy. And I have entire line, so if I'm thinking there is an older sampler I have. It's a small sampler. One of them that Teresa Vanette Kitten Stitcher is selling in her website. Older charts, small, so I'm thinking of doing those charts on 32 count with the wool, so this way it's easy for my eyes, and also I get to use them because it's fun to, I like to use different kind of techniques. Needlework, I like needlework, cross stitch obviously, but I like to use like a 40 count, 28 count, 46 count, 36 count is right now my happy spot. So beads, buttons, I do love to use varieties, so I was really happy that I was able to use the wool. Another one is this. I've been working on it. This pattern, as much as I did stitching and unstitching, I could have finished 2 plum streets. This pumpkin me out. So even though you're gonna see very little done, but keep in mind it was stitched, then unstitched, then stitched again. So what I mean is I had the pumpkin stitched, right? I stitched with the Owl Forest embroidery pumpkin color. So first I did one, I crocheted X's and it was pretty blacky. I was okay with it. Then when I got here, it was taking too much time, so I decided stitch like that. So this part, the color was different than this, even though it was the same floss. So I figured that in my mind, I will take it out, and if I reuse the floss, because I had half a spool, if I can reuse the floss and go like that, it will match the middle. So I have this much to go over here too, because the house is over here. So when I frogged it, the floss, because it's 36 count, the floss frayed. I could not salvage any of it, so I was only so this is quite a bit floss. It ate quite a bit floss, so I was left with this one, and it's a brownish orange color. I could not match it, so I ended up taking out entire pumpkin. I'll first embroider like the floss. And I looked up, I had another one partial from my primrose pumpkin. I had a pumpkin pie left over, but this is 8 yards. So I know I had enough, even though it's a used already skin, because it's not 5 yards. I knew I had more, so I took out everything and I'm restitching with this color now, and I have enough. So that's the problem when sometimes if you're choosing your own colors or one-of-a-kind color and you have to frag it, like me, you might end up not having enough floss to finish it. So I think once I finish this pumpkin, it will go fast. I do want to point out that I have added beads. The colors are all mine. I decided to go my own. I think the moon over here is also gonna be beaded for me, just to add a little bit interest. And if I do it like this, you can see I'm using size 15 beads, which is smaller than regular beads that Mirabilia calls for. So they are working for me, but you know, it is fun once I finish the pumpkin. It just was taking out is not fun. Stitching is okay, even if it's a fill-in, but when you're taking out, it's kind of, in my head, counterproductive, but you know, I did it. I'm happy, and I'm gonna continue work on this one until it's finished. I don't want to carry it to another year. I always forget to open the zips. I did work on these wonderful young ladies. Trio of Hope MD 109 by Mirabilia. Designer is Nora Corbett. I was planning to finish it last year. I end up not even picking them up once. So this year they were must stitch on them at least once patterns, and I did. And honestly, if I didn't have a Flosstube, probably I would have just stayed with it, but I figured I'll give myself a small break, then I'll come back again. And you guys see what I mean. It's stitched on 36 count fabric. And let me see. I added the flower, butterfly, over here the bee, flower, and half of the other sister. I think the lighting is different, so this is the fabric color, I don't know, yeah. So this is 36 count fabric, extrude design, alien from the moon, that's the fabric name. And I'm stitching 1/2. This is an experiment for my Mirabilia. It has a lot of beads, and I'm gonna go as if it's like that, I'll be able to stitch with a size 12. But some of them, even though I have the set of, let me see, even though I have the floss, it's not open yet. They are all size 12 floss, and this one size 8. So I have to see whatever I can use from this Mill Hill set. The rest I have to substitute with the smaller beads because of the size. So it's Trio of Hope. And actually last time I do believe I said it this is mirrors, which I was mistaken. Even the flower, one side is not the same as other. I had to a couple of times frag it until I realized, okay, they look like, but they are not. Look at her hand is differently. She's looking down, she's looking up. So I don't know why in my head I thought they were mirrored like a twins. They were doing the same thing. No, they are two sisters. That's how I see it, standing under the Tree of Hope, and everything is different. One side, like everything is different. They have similar clothing, the color wise, but it's not the same. What I like about 1/2 is my stitches look really dainty, really soft. What I don't like is I have to rebuy the beads. So I will let you guys know. This is my first time on 36 count, and yes, I have one that I got a fabric, greenish fabric from the Fiber Arts Aimee, 40 count. I'm gonna do it another mirror on 40 count. And I do like to use the beads, so I have to figure out how, I have to find the first pattern that is forgiving if I, at first doesn't have a lot of beads, like the red I did last year. You cannot, or this girl, you cannot go even 32 count because they have so much beads. But there are some patterns, older ones. There's a couple new ones too that Nora is using only 1 or 2 beads. So it's easily, you can buy the smaller ones or go Michael's and get a smaller size beads and sub it. But so I have to look around and start 40 count mirror or fancy lady. All to say it was fun. It is fun to change up the style of patterns I stitch. That keeps me excited. I am working on her, and you guys gonna laugh. I love. She has a couple of designs, and for each design that I choose like a motif and stuff. I like the border for this one, but also I picked up this pattern because of the name, the pattern name. And she has another one. It's a bird, no, red fox, Abalonia Zappel. I think I might get that one too because I like the name more. I like the pattern too. I see foxes where I bike a lot. I don't know if you call it a biker. I don't go with the group. I do on my own, but do it skirt of the mountain. I do see not a lot. I see coyotes a lot, but I see quite a bit foxes, smaller ones. And abalone, when I saw that pattern and the name, I like it. The same with Geraldine's flowers. Come on, it's funny. And the face of her with the flowers, she has a good sense of humor. Anyways, all these dark colors are stitched, and it is 40 count. 40 count, not count. 40 count, picture this plus Heartland. And I am stitching with a specialty floss, except the border I'm doing Silks for You, Silks black and white. No, ecru, black and ecru. Because I have a huge hank of them. The rest is classic color work, blackbird, no, not the blackbird, Powling, ribbon red, sweet potato, and from the Gentle Arts, cinder, sarsaparilla, wood smoke, pecan pie. Yeah, I thought she needed it. She was a fancy bear. So yeah, it is confetti, but it's not like heaven and earth kind of confetti. It's dimension kind of confetti, you know what I mean? So Geraldine got a whole bunch of stitches and she was happy. And then this is older ones. Like I said, I'm trying to work on my older projects. Tyler's Lion. So I worked on this one. I just did the border because it's personalized area. I don't know if I'm gonna put personal stuff over here or not. So I'm gonna work everything else. And this, I even put the year except the last digit. I don't wanna go 2030 or something. So it needs to be finished before 2020 something is done. That's why I put it myself, but I think put the year so I don't jinx it. This one we'll leave it later on. And I worked on here, and it is it's a big one. I have to come close. It is on 1/225 count linen. Like I said, this was the hardest part. Once you do this one, rest flies. I do know someone did mention it that you have to put the Sue by the name next to Sue by, but it was not charted like that. Besides, there's no way. My name is not all of it. This is only partial. There's no way I can do that, and it was charted, so I thought it's okay to put a Sue by and the name underneath. I think she said that you have to put Sue by next to and the name next to it. Probably she's correct, but it was not charted, so I went the way it was. And yeah, it's and it is 304 by 409, so it is a hugie. But like if you do 1/1, this is the size, height, and this is how wide it gets. Tyler's Lion. Again, this is what year? I've been on Flosstube. This summer will be 3 years, and I started at least a year or two before I started the Flosstube. So I want to say 5-year-old, this one. The only thing is, when I started it, the hand-dyed Lugana. I did not wash the Lugana at that time. I did not know. And I stitched on it, and it's white. And I have no idea if I should wash it or not, or if the blue is gonna run, but I do want to wash that. I usually don't because I keep my hands very clean. I don't eat, well, I do drink the coffee, you guys just saw it, but you know, besides that bad behavior, I don't do a lot of stuff next to my stitches, so I don't have to wash it. But this one, I don't know. Worked on this also. It's called Scenic Farm, and I am really close. This is the older one, and I would have finished it earlier, but for a while I've been a little bit miffed, but I'm over it because I changed the fabric to linen, 32 count linen. Without taking in consideration dimension, usually asks for 6 strands, 4 strands, half stitches. So once I start doing that, I realized the fabric is softer for that aggressive stitching, that the dimension. If I've done it now, I would have done Lugana, or I would have just kept the Aida. See over here? So I know quilters do blocking. I think that's the word they say it. So I might have to do this and see if the framer can work with me to adjust it, but I had up to here. So everything is new. Once I put the back stitches, they're gonna look adorable like these ships. So that there's no back stitching yet in this area. I need to do the tree over here, then the clouds, then I can go and you see over here, you have to back stitch over the cloud. So I cannot do a back stitch until I finish the tree. And afterward, I only have a smaller Christmas tree, tiny shed, and this tree. That's it. I want to say I'm working from the pattern, not the PDF. 78% is done probably. It is gorgeous, you guys. Even though I complain a lot, but every time I see it, I want to pick up and stitch more of it. And it's not gold, so I should work on it more. Yeah, over here it's like a half stitches, 4 strands. This is 2 half stitches, 2 strands. Like, yeah, it has a lot of dimension, hence the name dimension. It's pretty good. So that's why I like iron, because like you see the gorgeousness. Yeah, love. Lately I've been wanting to start more dimensions. Actually, I wanted to come close to Easter and do the Easter, because I have a lot of religious style kits from Patti Threads. I have one from Tia Governor Dimensions, and so, but yeah, I was not able to, but there are a lot of kits I want to start. And when I shout out one of the Flosstubers, she does a lot of kits, so I thought that's how I found her. So yeah, I do like changing up to keep my interest. This one is All Force Embroidery, and I'm doing their own floss. When I purchased it, I got the flosses with it. I was able to get it online at that time. The flosses come like this, in case you're wondering. All Force flosses come like that. Then you put it on a spool. And their variegation is very unique. It's a DMC base, but the variegation is very unique. So it's Southernland. And I am really close this one as well, and I am like, cannot wait for this to finish. It is gorgeous, guys. 32 count, really easy to stitch. You just take a strand, you finish it that one strand, then take a second strand, you finish it. So everything was stitched. I had the dragonfly already done. So I thought, again, they were the same, but they are not. This is dragonfly, this is butterfly. So dragonfly area was done. So I came all the way panel, even though look the same. If you look close enough, the flowers are same color, but they're not the same. Over here, there's less roses and they are looking down, and the bellflowers over here, the flowers are looking up. There's berries over here. There's no berries over there. So I see a lot of differences. Like this part is like Quaker, but the size is different. This is the very top. That's it. And I'll have the Southernland done. 32 count, 2/2. Called for floss, called for fabric, but I got it my own. I did not purchase it because it was a regular Zweigart based fabric, not hand dyed, so I had it in my stash. Southernland, it's gorgeous. I always say it's more Americana, even though it's not. It's a Russian design, but you know, the coloring, it reminds me of Americana. I do wanna finish this because this is also earlier kids and start. When I purchase stuff, honestly in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stitch on them. I don't think I'm buying it to keep it, and I end up having it piled up for many years. But in my honest opinion, in my head, I'm like, I can stitch this. If I buy it, I want it and I wanna stitch it, even though in reality, nobody can stitch that much. But you know, you can lie to yourself because I like the pretty stuff. And for April, I worked on April Fairy. And this is, I read, is the first fairy from this collection, Monthly Fairies. She started with April. And this is older chart. MD 47, let's see, 1999. She's older than my daughter. Well, my daughter is only, 21. Anyways, okay, I'll put it back later. That's how I lose the pictures, because they fall off, and then I end up having the patterns without pictures. I have quite a bit older patterns without pictures. It's okay. And I have worked on her quite a bit. She still doesn't have a head, but she finished her dress. It was a lot of white stitching. So this part of it. So over here, this is how it's charted. It's part of the dress crane neck. But the fabric, the fabric they suggested is cream, so it looks like part of the dress. So I don't know if I should fill in the white here and white here, because I use my fabric background is more bluish. Or should I leave it because it's like a more what do you call it, see-through, maybe kind of fabric. That's the design aesthetic. So I'm not sure. Over here, there's gonna be a whole bunch of beads, but the pattern doesn't say fill in this part. So I'm gonna leave it last. I'll finish everything. And if I see it doesn't smoothly blend in with the rest of the design, I might just go in and fill it in after I do the beads. But I'm thinking it's okay. Now, I do want to get to her head. There's a couple of treasures that I couldn't find because they were not, I got it like this because they were, they don't produce anymore, I think. But most of it I was able to purchase from 1 to 3 Stitch. I know I have this treasure. And I was able to get this butterfly, but I think this is not the called for one. There was different butterfly. I could not find it. So they had this one. I think I subbed the butterfly. Did I? Yes. Do you see over here? Oops. Very tiny pink butterflies. They're out of, they don't, over here you need so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you need 1, 2, 3, 4 small butterflies, but not yellow color. And you need 1, 2, 3, 4 large butterflies that I could not find it. So I only have these 2 butterflies, so I need to figure out what to do. And I think the star is for, the flower is for her hair. So that's another thing. If you don't get the bead pack, especially if they have treasures, and it's been long while, 1999, things come out of the print and stuff. Now I need to figure out substitution for the butterflies. Or if it's not, I can just do lazy daisies. That's another option with the cranic. I can do lazy daisies or butterflies. I'll see. Because the fabric itself, it has its own design. So I'm thinking fabric kind of like it has splotches of shiny paint. It's hand-painted fabric. Maybe it will not show the emptiness because of the fabric. We'll see when we get there. Slowly but surely. And the fabric is a hand-dyed fabric, hand-painted fabric. And I don't know if they are in business or not, but it's a gorgeous 28 count Lugana. Easy stitch. And this one for sure, I cannot eat or do anything. I have to wash my hands when I stitch this because there is no way you can wash this fabric. This is a hand painted fabric. So I learned, what is this? Oh, okay. Yeah. So this bag is housing a whole bunch of patterns. One of them is Winter Moon. I did work this one a lot. Let's see. And 36 count Abrasidarian. So I'm thinking this is R&R. So I only had this iron fans. Rest of it is new. And it's all called for fancy floss. I know some reason my fancy floss I get they're not variegated, but trust me, they are. The called for. I started laying the bricks, then I'm like, okay, I'm done. The part is empty. It's supposed to be white, but I'm thinking I might add tiny beads, like size 15 mil beads, just make it shinier. And the other side of the fabric, I'm working on spring moon. I also have the summer moon, which I have not started yet. So I have a winter and spring started. Biscuit is, I love it. The green, I never seen one. I usually see it yellows and stuff. I have hard-in-hand one. It's awesome. The big skip and the flower. But you know, it was unique having a green one. So I have not cut the fabric. I'm hoping I can, if I leave it like this, I can use these two and two small Plum Street like companion brick projects and this fabric. When I don't cut it, I can get, like, I use hoops, and I can use the space like closer to each other, the patterns, and I can put more designs in one fabric, which makes my frugal heart happy. I mean, like, I'm okay to get a new fabric, but I love to use every inch of the fabric. I feel like it's a win when I can use that. And this one I worked a little bit. It's going slow, but better than none. This is Martha Evans 1879. So started here, I finished it. So this side, because I stitch like this, I go from this side and I stitch like that, and I go up. So for me, this side, I'm going up like that. I done the border, so I'm still working this area. I have not got the bunny yet, but it has a lot of floss change. I'm doing called for DMC floss. I think I changed one color, the green, the evergreen tree. This color is the only one that I changed, I believe, for variegation, and I end up not having any. So anyways, Martha Evans, this you have seen it before. Partially I worked last time this year and finished finally this one. So I feel like it's a rosebud. I did the cross, and I'm starting to add this border. So on top of this border, I can write down the lettering and the fruit basket. But first, I need to work on this bunny. She's bugging me. I need to work on her. So it's a little bit slow going. It's a 40 count seraphim linen, all stationery. It's going slow because every inch of this pattern is filled. Like some patterns, they have a flown lot of negative space. This fabric, this girl, filled in every inch of it. So that's why it's slow going, but it's going. The good thing is the border is not hard. Border has one green, one white, one red. So you pick up the green, you go up. Then you pick up the red, and the whites you fill in. Then, so I can use one strand of floss until I finish it, then pick up another strand of floss, do the other one. So this way it doesn't get boring. Martha Evans is being worked on slowly but surely. And if I did not say it, it's a Scarlet House pattern. Let's see. What else? No. Okay, so I'm gonna show what I've been working on and two new starts. Right now I'm working on I don't know, I don't want to take it out of the hoop because it's easy. I'm in the right part. Ragamuffin #2 Quaker Sampler, Shakespeare's Paddler. And this is my active whip for, I picked up last night. And I worked on the black area. My apologies, but I love my hoop spot. So I worked on this area and I'm trying to get up to here. This is the top of it. And it's gonna be like this. It's all called for silks. This is a good pattern to use a silk some because it doesn't use a lot of silk, 7 silks or 9 silks. It has MPI, Gloriana, so it has 1 or 3 different Saralge, Gloriana, and I think MPI. And it's a pleasure to work on. 40 count. This is a new Seraphim fabric, I believe. Times go by. Times, THYME. Times go by. 40 count. I do believe this was one of the newer colors. It's like gray-green color. And with the greenery looks amazing. I got 2 cuts of it, and the second one is gonna be for another Shakespeare's Paddler. Last video I showed the pattern. I think I can squeeze in the other one too. So love it, yeah. This is my active one. And the other one, because in a day I cannot work in one project, I get bored. I started it, so it's a new start, an active whip. The Beekeeper Sampler with a needle and thread. So it says a candlestick sampler too, candle maker, excuse me. Even though this is an old one, I saw another Flosstubers. She's Canadian. My God, I have to write down stuff. So she finished it and I'm like, oh, I want this. I thought I had this. I had the candle maker sampler, but I did not have the beekeeper. So I went to Etsy, Jen's Stitching Niche. She also has a Flosstube. She had both of those samplers, so of course I ordered it. When I got it, immediately I started it. And when I ordered it, you know how Etsy is. When you put it in your shopping cart, comes a message like, oh, there is 3 in the stock, 2 already in the shopping cart. So I believe when I purchased it, her shop, she had 3 of them. I'm thinking I got 1, so there's 2 more, or 3 of them. Maybe she had 4 of them, but I got from her, and according to Etsy, she had more in her shop. And the candlestick one, so which is a companion piece. I do believe some of the colors, they match. I'm using my own colors. So, and this is what I have so far. It's Tilly. It's funny enough, I actually have the Cold for silk color too from every opening flowers house. It's the same, but I decided to go more blue. This one is more blue-green color. I do have the color, but I wanted to go darker blue. But it's not dark, you know, but it has a blue undertone. This has more Tilly undertone, which surprisingly enough, I had it. I did not use it, so this is what I went with. And this is also the same pumpkin pie that I used from Color and Cotton. Apparently, when I like a color, I use everywhere indiscriminately. I'm like, yeah, I like it. So I'm using. Yeah, I know. Alrighty, where are we putting stuff? Here and here. And my last start is enabled by another Flosstuber. I watch her channel a lot, love her channel. Huga stitcher, and she had a stitch along, and I was like, I have too many large stitches like that, I don't need it. But when I see her work on it, and she's really close to finish, I believe she just needs to finish this part. Her name is Samantha. So if you guys want to see and get inspired, check out her channel. And she did with the DMC. That's why I got all DMC, even though it says color and cotton and some DMC, but it does have the alternatives, all of it. So I just went and got all the DMCs. So mine is DMC, and I am surprised, shocked. I used actually called for fabric. 40 count sand dunes, Seraphim fabrics. The reason is because I do have a lot of Seraphim fabric, and I wasn't going for, I was just looking color that looks like this. I went to my stash, I'm like, oh, this looks like, then I read it, it's the cold form. That's how smart. Yeah, so unintentionally, I decided to use the cold for fabric. It's funny because I never do. Somehow I challenge myself to find my own colors, but call for DMC, call for fabric, and you get this. I'm looking to make sure my end of the fabric doesn't get inside my coffee, because I just complained about not washing, and it's gorgeous. Usually I start lower right hand side, because I realized most people that start X's like this, I start opposite. My first leg is from the opposite side. I self-taught. So for me, for my X's to look nice, I have to start from here and go like this or go like that. If I start from this side, my flosses don't lay well, even one floss. It looks better than 2/2, but still. This is Spring Quaker. I do have it. I showed on my kid parade that I have all 4 of them now. So the same way I'm doing the Plum Street, I wanna do the all 4 of this one. I wanna do all 4 of the Carrie Child samplings, Plum Street, and also with Tiny Needle and Thread, I have all 4 seasons. I guess I like that when they are set, they're all, I mean, not the fabric, but you know, I have all 4 of them. So it trickled down a couple more Nashville, I guess, purchases. Oh, okay. So this is all the whips. I would say it, I don't have a lot, just hanging a couple more shopping, and I want to shout out a couple of Flosstubers that I loved it. I want to link them, and when I link them, I'm not going to link immediately, because while I upload, if I link those channels, it's not active, so I have to wait at least a couple of hours, if not 24, before I can link them, so they are active, which when I say active, it means when I'm in the description, I put the person's channel name with the you can click it and get there. But if I do it immediately, it's not active, at least the way I upload it. It's not edited video, maybe that's why. So I went to Kitten Stitcher site, and I got this. Is this year's? I know one she had it in a magazine, then 2024. So I think this was in a magazine, then she printed separately. This is the new one, 2025. So while I got this one too, but I think this is last year's, this is this year's. Okay, so she still has spring, summer, winter, so another seasons. I got this because I'm becoming lazy, and it was ready-made Kitten Stitcher. She had limited. I could have done my own, but you know, got some stickers, and she sends the floss cards, so I have to punch them with the hoop. So I have the kit. So if you guys look at it, it's a Country Mocha Tiny. I might have to change the fabric because I need the hoop to fit in, so I don't know, but it's 36 count. But if you see the floss, you never use this much floss, 1/2. So I had this pattern, I put them together. I'm gonna use leftover floss from this for this. They are both small, and if I use 40 counts, I just need to add the white on this one. Rest of it I can use borrow the fabric floss from this. That's my thinking. I downloaded it from online. This is the PDF I'm gonna use, but for purposes to showing, I downloaded it, but you cannot read the chart like this. You need some kind of PDF reader. I'm gonna use iBooks, but there's better pattern keepers and stuff. Emma Congdon on the beach. I do believe Helen, she did a stitch along, she participated in stitch along for this. But this Flosstuber that I'm gonna shout out, she showed it and I liked it. I got another one, Samplers Not Forgotten. I'm obsessed with her hearts, and she has more of it, but I have already 3 of them. I'm gonna stop there. I need to finish at least. I have the Hydrangea, I have an Autumn Bouquet, and this one. Yeah, her kits are fun. And I got this. Who's the designer? So it's French, so you guys read it. It says 6 samplers, red. I do always have an active red, but I have not shown these 2 months. I haven't done it, but it has a lot of beautiful patterns and stuff. Unique. Is that specialty stitches? I think this one has specialty stitches too. So yeah, I got this one. So I also like books, cross stitch books. So that's it for my stash enhancement. So what I did, I don't watch news, too stressful. What I've been doing is listening books, audiobooks, stitching, and watching some Flosstubes. So I'm gonna go no particular order. I know someone give me another Flosstuber name, but I will find it and I will shout out my next one. I wrote down on my sticker book. So all right, Dory 23 stitches. Most of them I got it from the sidebar suggestion that YouTube does it, and 2 of them I was familiar their names because they commented on my comment section. So Dory 23 stitches, she likes just not samplers, but she does bands, not the small ones, and I do stitch just none. So I think she was showing just none. That's how she caught my attention. I watched it. I love her, the way she says it. And I think I think she's new, one of her videos, she did a parade of the just none bands. I was like, whoa, lady, you're making me pull out my just nuns. So I like it. Found the Stitch It Pink, Brenda Gervais. Yeah, I do believe she's also a designer. Stitch It Pink. She does a lot of smalls. Like this one, forgot the name. So this style of pillows and stuff, I love it, and it's fun, easy, and she has an easy way of explaining her designs and stuff. I watched Penelope's Pocket. My God, goodness, she's international stitcher, so she's not American based. I love her accent first, and I have accent too. She does a lot of samplers, so she's a sampler stitcher, but she's also does a lot of knitting and rug making. She's an expert on rugs. I think she worked with the rugs, so she's very familiar with the rugs, textures and stuff. She explains a lot. back home, old country, Persian rugs were a big deal. So I remember, actually, my mother-in-law gifted me one old rug that came. It's passed down from son to son, son's wife to son's wife. So it stays the same lineage. So my son is gonna get that rug. It's hand woven Persian small rug. It's a passed down from generations. So I do want to know more about that rug one day. My husband loves it, and he remembers that rug always being in their house, grandma. So she does talk about rugs and Persian rugs. I like that. Penelope's Packet. I watched Wendy's Whimsical Stitches. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. I love her channel. Catches the way she shows her project catched my eye. So those are all suggestions. I don't even think they watch my channel. It's just like I just saw their channels and I really like them. I watched pages 3, number 3 stitches, Kelly. She does a lot of fancy ladies, kids, and quilting. So she has a variety of crafts that she does. It was very interesting to watch. I do know we talk sometimes on my comment section. I have shouted her out, but her last few videos I really liked it. She did the organization, homemade on the reach, Maggie. If you guys want to get inspired how to organize the floss, fabric, and her finishes, and she does the snapshots of the Bent Creek, Maggie. I love that. Like I never thought of the way you finished it, but the way she finished the snapshots, love it. But last few videos she's been doing organization thing, and I'm not organized when it comes to craft. Love that. Mud Puppy Stitches. She commented, and like I'm like, oh, I think she's a Flosstuber. So I checked it out, and we've been talking, and I love her channel, you guys. I signed up, and she has varieties, and her taste is close to mine. Probably that's why she watches my channel. So I like her channel a lot, and it's not as long storytelling like mine, like 2 hours. I try not to do 2 hours, but it's pretty cool channel. I watched it. I found I Stitch Birds with a question mark. Lara, she does kits, dimension, party thread, and I do believe Emma Congdon, she showed it on her. She has a 2-part whip parade. So Emma Congdon pattern, she showed it, and she was actually saying the water is a beast to stitch, which it is. So, but I'm like, I'm okay. I like that that thing, and I think during the stitch along it came 1 part at a time. But now Emma Congdon is selling on Etsy, and you can just download PDF. It's in 1 page. You can also print it like 4 pages if you want it, but I like the color 1 page. I can put it on my iBooks and use the tools like a marker and stuff and mark it. And where is it? Oh, I lost 1 page. Okay, so those are the Flosstubers I watched a lot more, and I really appreciate everybody's work. Sometimes I feel self-conscious when I don't shout out everybody I watch, so I don't. But there's so many talented channels, fun. I watch them, they keep me entertained. I really appreciate it, and I want you guys to go check their channels out too. And hopefully if you like what I am showing and you're okay with not edited version, so like, subscribe, and I will try to come back again and show more stitches soon. Until then, bye-bye.